we've just talked about Man United at the top of the show, and Augie laid it out. You know, the money and a goalkeeper, a midfielder, a striker, and might have to sell people. But if I was Ten Hag, this never mind flapping about with a midfielder or a goalkeeper. Sell these players. Sancho, McTominay, Fred, whoever it is, right? Take some reduced fees if you have to. Bite the bullet if you have to. And go out, right, and make a proper offer to Daniel Levy, who loves the money, loves the dollar signs, knows Kane's out of contract, and all this talk about, well, not going to sell to another English team is pie in the sky. As Mark said, it's about numbers.
Right. And
this baffles me with Man United, who are sticking out like a sore thumb in need of a quality, top-end, elite-level striker if they're going to close this gap. The man is in front of them at Tottenham Hotspur in London, and I have no idea why we're talking about Bayern Munich and these other blah, blah, blah. If Real Madrid came along and offered the money for Harry Kane and he went, I'd get it. But if Man United sit back and watch him go to another club on a relatively cheap price, or let him stay at Tottenham and they're flapping about, going out and getting themselves another Weghorst for 6 months, they might as well just take the lock and key to Old Trafford, lock up, pull the shutters down and leave. And I'm baffled why United don't just go, here's 85 or 90 million, whatever it is, I know it's a lot of money, but that's your priority. Without that, the wheels are going to fall off at Man United, because you're saying to Marcus Rashford, right, you're going to have to give me exactly what you gave me last year. And you know that wheelbarrow full of all the other players that you're pulling behind you, you're going to have to do it again. And so I just don't understand. I just don't understand why Man United don't go to London, take the money, pay for Kane and have the job done. It really isn't a difficult decision.
Well, let's ask Mark Ogden. Why not?
Because they're tying themselves in knots over Daniel Levy. And in many ways, they're scared of Daniel Levy. They're scared of being humiliated by Tottenham, by being left on the hook on the 31st of August, thinking we haven't got a striker. United want a striker in as soon as possible. I mean, I thought they'd have had it done by now. Well, no, I didn't. I know how Man United work, but most clubs would have got a deal done by now. But they were frightened of getting involved with Harry Kane, putting all their eggs in one basket and then being messed around by Tottenham to the point where they get too late in the window and it doesn't happen. But like Craig said, this is Man United, and over the years we've been told they're the biggest club in the world and this, that and the other. Well, if you're the biggest club in the world or one of them, you have to show it sometimes and just, bully an opposition team into selling their best player. They've done it before with Tottenham, with Berbatov, maybe 15 years ago now, and it was a stressful situation with that. It went to the last minute of the window, but sometimes they're going to have to do it, because if they keep scratching around and making these Weghorst signings or Igalo signings or these patch-up signings, they're never going to go anywhere. So maybe they have to say, here you go, £80 million for Harry Kane, plus Maguire, plus McTominay, plus Fred, plus Martial, plus anybody you want, plus Sancho. They could rebuild half Postecoglou's team with Harry Kane. So that's what they need to do, but they won't do it because they're frightened of being messed around by Daniel Levy.
How much did they pay for? How much did they pay for Anthony, Augie? 80 million, something like that.
£85 million, which was probably a little bit over the odds. 70 million for Jadon Sancho, 85 million for a flash in the pan, fancy Dan.
Yeah.
Right? And here you have one of England's best ever strikers, a guy he's proven at elite level, he will get you goals, right? Unless he's on his hospital deathbed, right? And you've paid this money for these charlatans, and you're going to get him at a cut price because he's out of contract next summer. Yep. I mean, nothing is saying this is just right.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.